Dennis Simpson with one of those infernal whippersnappers that's going to open a pizza place at this beautiful site and location. Jason, great to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Notice the logo? Yeah. So, lots to talk about here. New location. Do you call it the East End? Is it the middle?
We're going to call it Domino's East.
Domino's East.
Yeah, Domino's Hot Springs Village East.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, and let's be clear, and I'd mentioned this a little earlier, I think in one of the other shows, the fact of the matter is that your delivery from the West End only goes to about Cortez?
Right to the POA. So really Coronado, and that's as far as we go. Not Coronado, but
Cortez.
Whatever that street is right there.
Those words over there. Yeah, no. But you're about to the POA.
Yeah.
Well,
Fresno.
Yeah. So I had a guy working at my house, and the first time I told him about this, he said, "I wonder if they're coming to my house now." And I'm like, excuse me, what will the new pattern be, do you think? Where do you think you'll obviously come from Cortez to here,
right?
And from here to the East End?
We will make it to the East End. We can get outside the gate in about 6.5 minutes from here. So we'll be able to hit, the businesses right outside the gate. For people that don't live in the village, we can meet you just outside the gate. So that way, people can still order from us and still get something. We'll just meet you right outside the gate. You don't have to get a pass or anything like that to get your pizza.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. As far as that goes, we'll be able to get over to the Mount Carmel.
Yeah, so down to the Balboa Gate.
Yep, Balboa Gate, around Balboa Lake, basically. We'll take up a little bit of the other stores area as well.
Right.
Like the Coronado Center.
I was going to say South Central kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you're not going outside the gate per se. And that's understandable, but that makes a lot of sense. But we two or three things that we need to address. Number one, I want to hear the legacy of how we got there. So, this has been an idea for years, I suspect.
It is.
I know how small business people operate. Like, if we put this here and put that there, we could, right?
So the legacy on it is, ever since I've lived here.
Which is
since 2000. I've been a part of that store, that store on the West End, be it a manager, a supervisor, director of operations. I've always been a part of that store, part of this area. Ever since I've been there, people say, "When are you putting in a store on the East End?" And I was like, "Well, I can't tell you that. I don't know. Let's see what happens."
Well, and at some of this period, you didn't have any control over that. But now, you became an owner how long ago? You and your wife, Jennifer.
3.5 years ago.
And Jennifer and Jason, owners of the area there. So about 3.5 years ago, I don't mean this whatever, but that was a good day, right?
Oh, it was fantastic.
You're a kid that started working, delivering pizzas and moved up to owner, right?
Well, yeah. I started out in high school answering phones.
Really?
Yep, on paper. This is before we had computers at the stores. We were.
Whoa, that means before you had caller ID, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, our phones were push button, had the red hold button, and some places still had rotary. I'm showing my age a little bit.
Yeah, showing your age, and I got us off topic. I'm sorry. But, so you and your wife Jennifer have owned it since about 3.5 years. But the whole time people have been asking, when can we do that, when they can do that. So it wasn't just the genesis of your idea, it was other people's ideas asking the same question, right?
Yep. We get it. We get it all the time.
Wow, congrats.
When you got to put it over here.
And what's your ETA here?
Well, I'd love to be open right now, but things move slowly.
In the village, or things move slowly?
They just move slowly when you're going to build a new building.
Yeah.
But by the end of the year.
Hallelujah. Yeah. So, and Mr. Brandon Tedder with Renaissance is going to be helping you with this.
He is.
Makes a top-notch facility. He's really, NRPI came in 20 years ago or whatever, and they're going to be the redeveloper. No, Brandon's the redeveloper. Brandon has really changed this entire look of the end of the village, and still doing so for the better in any case.
Yeah. So I was working with Jim Harbour at
Remax.
And I've known Jim for a long time. And we were just trying to find spots for it. And we had found this spot. But it's like, well, who owns that spot?
Mm-hmm.
And he called around and said, he called Brandon up, said, you own that spot?
Oh, it really does he?
Yeah.
I thought Tucker owned it. Tucker sold it to Brandon.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Tucker Omaha.
And so he put me in touch with Brandon. And boy, he was excited.
Really?
Oh, he was like, yeah, Domino's, that's perfect. So we sat down, we talked. My wife and I just went over there and just chatted it up. And I sometimes couldn't get a word in edgewise. He was excited.
And that's rare with Brandon. He doesn't talk that much.
Yeah. So he's got a builder and
builder. But if you want to see a sample of what he does, go out to the very east end, just outside the gate. Mm-hmm. Turn onto Main Street, I think it is. That's what he calls it. I think.
Yeah.
Cowboys. Tomorrow's.
He's got the Village Golf out
Village
there,
Golf
therapy
and Cowboys.
Cowboy Barber.
Yeah. And Renaissance, and they're nice. I mean, it's that whitewashed brick. Mm-hmm. It's really nice.
Yep. It'll be very similar in style to the Pete. A little bit of color change. Probably won't have the brown. Most likely be a little more whitish on the top, but we'll put in the red awning though.
Gotcha. So how far along are we? This has been presented to the POA. They've seen it. We're not surprising anybody.
Yep.
Is it lined up for approval eventually, or okay? So and they're looking forward to it. And you've been here 25 years, like I have. Mm-hmm. As somebody who sees the nature of the board, the board has different acceptance about these issues over time. I can tell you a board 10 years ago that would have stroked out at the idea of a general, like a Dollar General or a Domino's. But these areas were built commercially for a reason. Mm-hmm. This is commercial traffic. This is commercial water. This is commercial trash pickup. It's commercial electricity. They thought ahead about this.
They did. And I get it. It's beautiful out here.
Oh.
This
is a beautiful day, by the way.
And I can see where people would get the idea of, I can trash it up. Yeah, you get outside the village and you've got a mix match of buildings, and it looks, in areas run down, trashed up. Some of them are great looking businesses out there, but
right beside other ones that and the problem is they're unregulated.
Yeah.
And let's talk about, you're familiar with Hot Springs, I'm sure. They have an area they call Millionaires Row in Hot Springs over on the lake. Yeah. Beautiful area. Problem is you have to drive through trailer park trash to get to Millionaires Row.
Sure.
And if you don't have some control over that, which is, I think the board is judicious, and I think Ken has made this, he said this to me more than once, we're trying to say yes more, which I think is an awesome thing. Speaking of saying yes, tell me about, I'm going to play advocate for a second, okay? Ready?
Right.
I don't want to eat no more pizza. You pizza kids, stay off my lawn. Not just pizza, right?
No, when I started, it was pizza and Coke. And that's what we sold. But once we started doing breadsticks and wings, and then we brought in sandwiches and pastas, and
nuggets,
and boneless chicken, and
I'm sorry, I'm getting paused. I'm getting hungry here. We're gonna have to. Yeah, we'll be right back. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't bring any food with me today. But yeah, it's all sorts. We've got family or even just two people. They want something different. We've got it. I'm hungry for a salad. Okay, and they're hungry for pizza and salad,
or a sandwich. I noticed the sandwich menu was quite nice. The salad menu is quite nice.
Oh.
It's become more full-fledged than it used to be, right?
Yes.
And I would say, we had a discussion about this the other day. You were telling about a customer who shall remain nameless that ordered 175 pizzas at a time.
Yep.
And I was thinking, because last time I was in a pizza business was never. I had no idea that anybody in 5 months would order that many pizzas. But you mentioned when we were talking that you would deliver to the gates here and the businesses around this area. And I'm thinking, Remax, I'm sure places like this, how do they get 30 pizzas for an event that they're having unless, they go get them or whatever, right?
Right.
So moving the food closer.
Yep. And, we hate to tell people or businesses, you know what? Hey, can we meet you with 50 pies or whatever?
Yeah.
Now, I will say, you order 50 pies or 100 pies,
We work with you.
we're going to work with you. We'll make it happen. There's a reason why we have a limited delivery area. Pizzas taste better within 20 minutes out of the oven.
Really?
They just do. I mean, at home, are you going to wait, 30 minutes after you cook a pizza? It's going to sit there. You're going to wait to eat it.
So it's not just heat, it's moisture content.
It's all of that. So we strive to get that pizza to you as fast as it comes out of the oven. It comes out of the oven, we box it, we put it in a bag right away.
Sure, insulated
We
bag.
have insulated bags, but they're special insulated bags. Okay? They keep your pizza from getting soggy.
Soggy?
Right. So take
Whoa. But
take a pizza and stick it in a trash bag.
Pizza Science 101, right here from the corner. What's the address, Jason?
With this address, 1195 DeSoto Boulevard.
1195 DeSoto Boulevard. Pizza Technology
That's
coming
right.
to you live, people. Well, live-ish. Yeah.
All right.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, you want to know more? Domino's.com. You can get the full history of Domino's
Right.
and what Domino's has come up with for its innovations to keep pizzas hot for delivery.
Not just hot, but the right moisture and everything.
Sure. Our pizza boxes, they have vents.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's to keep the steam out, but the heat in. So your pizza doesn't get
Soggy.
Right. And our bags, they are specially made to keep the pizzas hot,
Right.
but keep the moisture level at the right amount.
So they will vent moisture if they need to or whatever.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I got to say, for me, I go and get a hot pizza. I cover it up with a towel or something to try and keep it warm. I come home, I pop it open. It's still not the same as when you guys deliver it, and I go, well, this tastes a lot better. I mean, there's really just a science to it, right?
There is science to delivery. So, hey, if you live out of my delivery area, you come and pick it up. We do have hot bags. They're not the same, but we do sell carry-out bags that keep your
Really?
pizza hot. Sure. Sell them for like $10. But they'll hold like 3 large pizzas. They're pretty good. You can go to any grocery store and get yourself an insulated bag, for those short trips or whatever. Yeah, it'll keep it hot. It may get a little more soggy, but it'll be hot.
I've always wanted to ask somebody this. You own a pizza franchise, pizza food franchise.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you eat?
Oh, goodness.
See, we asked him all these other questions. He was never on the spot. I asked him what his favorite food or pizza is. He's like, hang on.
Favorite pizza? Boy, I tell you what I really...
Or favorite food.
Okay,
Food.
Favorite food is still pizza.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I love pizza.
25 years later?
Oh, longer than that?
Last name's Kern?
Yeah.
That's not Italian.
No, it's not. But I've been doing this since 1991, so we're at 34 years now, and yeah, I love pizza.
Apparently so. What's your favorite pizza?
Okay, well, right now my favorite pizza is a thin crust
A thin crust.
with Alfredo sauce, spinach, and chicken and mushrooms.
That sounds good.
It's great.
does
Put a little Parmesan Asiago on top of that too. Run that through. Now, being the owner, I get to do a couple extra special things to my pizza that you can't.
Yeah, a little extra heat or something, or
Little extra stuff.
the chef's discretion.
Right,
Chef's
right.
discretion.
That's what I used to love about working during the days. Sometimes is I'd bring in some stuff and
Your little special ingredients.
and I'd feed the crew. Something a little different. You don't want them getting tired of pizza. So.
Well, you don't want them getting tired of pizza, but at the same time, you've got to deliver by Domino standards. You've got a recipe,
I do.
right?
I do.
And you got to deliver that product within.
Sure. But I like to
Spice it up.
Spice it up, but make the crew feel a little more like, hey, yeah, this is more homey than just I'm gonna order a pizza. It's like I'll feed you guys lunch today.
Oh, cool.
It's fun.
Well, and we skipped some of the basics. I need to go back to it real quick. You will not have a drive-through.
We will not have a drive-through. A lot of locations these days in the U.S. they're pushing drive-throughs left and right. I can see the appeal of a drive-through. We thought about it, but out here we just think that it'll keep the noise level down if we don't have a drive-through. We don't need extra noise at night.
Or light pollution.
Or light pollution from headlights, being sitting there, noise from cars just sitting there waiting. We're designing this in a way that it's going to limit that. You'll still be able to come pick your stuff. You'll park on the pot side, and the headlights won't go into anybody's house.
And I bring this up because, we had a previous discussion about this a little, but I bring this up because there's a lot of forethought that's gone into this, right?
We have thought a lot about this. My wife and I, we spent hours and hours just going over drawings. I'd sketch something up and she'd sketch something up. And we go, yeah, I like this about yours, and I like this about yours, but what about this? And we were months with just designing it before we even decided on a spot.
Before you even reached out to Brandon.
Yeah. And really, this was our second spot we were looking at.
Really?
Yeah. So our first spot was going to require way too much dirt work.
This will require some. It's not going to be easy, but it goes low real quick here. I'm very familiar with this area.
The building's not big. It's only 1,700 square feet.
I was 1,700 square feet. And you said dine-in? No, yes?
No dine-in.
Huh.
So we're moving away from that. I know there's a lot of construction people out here that would love to have another place to sit down and eat.
Besides just sitting in their truck?
Right.
Yeah.
And I get that. But with the smaller lobby, it gives us better efficiency inside the kitchen to get your pizza out faster.
We talked about this just earlier. I remember back in the 2000s, one of the big deals was, free Wi-Fi, come on in. And I'm like, let's think about the long-term model there. I want people to buy a pizza, come in, sit down, and take a seat for the next hour and 20 minutes when I need to turn that table every 15 minutes or whatever. And that is a direct competitor to how much kitchen space I have, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, so, we remodeled the West End in 2014 with the idea of having a dining area.
Really?
And we had tables in there, and we promoted it.
It's a larger spot. It would fit 15, 20, 25 people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had the chairs and dining, and we didn't see much use out of it. But what we really lost was all that space for the kitchen.
All the kitchen space.
And all that storage space.
Whoa, storage space.
Yeah.
Boxes or what?
Boxes, dry goods. So everything now goes really high up on shelves. And as you get busier, you need more space. So
what's funny is you should say that y'all can't see it on screen, but Jason's a relatively taller than me, and I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm average to a little more, and you're a little more than that. So reaching up and getting big tables, it doesn't bother us. The rest of your staff,
yep, you got step stools and
you got step stools for such things.
Yeah, but it's not.
I know it's
not ideal.
As an owner, you're in the kitchen, thinking, man, this is kind of tight. People are reaching up high to get stuff, and you're looking over there to the zero use space, which used to be dining, and you're thinking, man, if we could just have half of that back, right?
Yep.
What would you do? Would you move the counter, the checkout counter to the front window kind of thing? Or?
We thought a lot about what we might do with it.
You've got real cool, if you haven't been in, they've got real cool screens that tell you that your order's ready and whatever. And
yeah.
I need that. It looks like an airport. That's what I need. I need to know. I need to know when my stuff's done.
Sure. And it's online too. You order on your phone or whatever. It's gonna kind of tell you. You'll be able to track when your pizza is about to be done. It'll tell you when it's in the oven.
I'm just tickled because 25 years ago, you and I didn't have caller ID, but now you're telling me that I get notices on my phone that my pizza's ready, right?
That's right.
You never told? Oh, you did tell me your favorite pizza. Let's recap real quick. We have a tendency to ramble on. I don't know what it is, right? So, new location, East End, serving all the East End, going to deliver to pretty much all the East End. Anything there, no dine-in, going to need to take it with you or have it delivered. How much of your stuff on the West End is delivery?
We do about 45% delivery.
So half-ish?
Almost half, yeah.
Huh. So, but the rest of the people just pick it up. And I can see, and you were mentioning the demographics changing on the West End. What were you saying?
Yeah, the demographics on the West End is getting younger. I mean, as houses sell, and you know, the housing in the village is extremely affordable compared to California.
Yeah.
We get a lot of transplants from California and Florida. We get families moving in, be it, you know, tough times in another area where they're coming back because their parents live here, because, you know, it just got too costly for them in other areas. And they come here, they find a nice place to stay, and they, you know, their family, you know, they've got family.
Well, and the lower cost of living, lower cost of housing, the demographic is shifting. That demographic eats out more than the last generation did. A lot of people that were here were the greatest generation, and the greatest generation by definition were World War II veterans, that kind of stuff, and they went out to eat maybe on Friday night. The new generation we're coming in is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes on Tuesday, every time on Thursday, and right?
So the population of the U.S., the fastest growing segment is people over 60.
The boomers.
They are over 60. That's your, and you know what they grew up with? Well, they grew up with Domino's.
They did, didn't they?
We've been around since 1960.
Really?
Yeah. So, eating out, having pizza delivered, yeah, they've heard about us. We've been around that long. Guess what? We have a lot of pizza eaters in our area. They love it.
How many people would you say, and I know you know your audience pretty well, you're aware of the demographics and everything. Just curious, how many people would you say are aware that you have a significant offering outside of just pizza?
I don't know that number.
Venture,
I really don't.
You know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's nearly an untapped market in some degree. You know, if I lived near a Domino's and that was my decision and I didn't have 15 other options, I'm talking to you, East End, and I said, okay, it's after, it's after 8:30, and I want something to eat.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Maybe you're getting home late from an event, and there's nothing else to eat. Sure.
Yeah.
So
you know, that was the niche that Greg Jones was working for at the Beehive, was the later night crowd. So how late you guys going to stay open?
We'll be open till 11.
11 in the village. Now, the Dollar General closes at 9?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yep.
And so you're going to be open till 11, and that's delivering pizzas? That's the whole 9 yards?
Delivering pizzas, yep.
What time do you open?
We'll open at 10.
So,
Yeah.
13 hours more food choices every day. And no, I'm serious. I'm kind of putting that through, and I'm thinking, and you know, we talk about that demographic change. You know, our parents and their parents, they didn't eat out that much.
No.
That wasn't a deal. There wasn't a food to go kind of thing. But now, as you say, you know, that they grew up with Domino's and all over kind of thing.
Things have changed. I mean, the family setting has changed, as far as when you eat and where you eat. Pizza is a great meal to bring family together to eat. I mean, it's quick. It's after events. You know, you've got, you know, if you do have a younger family, you've got so much things going on with schools, and that you come home and, you know, sometimes you just don't have time to make a family dinner.
Yeah, I understand.
But you bring pizza home.
Yeah, you have a family dinner.
Everybody's got to come together to that food.
I like that.
You sit down. Have some food.
Are you seeing more young kids? Are you seeing more kid traffic? Or kid-oriented traffic, I guess.
I suppose, you know, there is. There's, it's, said the family's growing. I mean, I can say this. I mean, Jessieville School District is growing every year.
Yeah.
I asked my son today. I said, "Gee, got any new kids in your class?" Yeah, there's a few new kids. New families moving in all the time.
It's funny you should say that. You know, like Mountain Pine has been on a decline for the last 15 years.
Sure.
You know, it's in different places. I understand completely. But the demographics, I tell you what, the old clock on the wall says we're about out of time, or about out of batteries.
Yes.
All that to say, I'd love to have you come back and let's talk more.
Let's do that.
Okay? This is fascinating because I never thought of it, Jason. We're the old guys now.
Nope.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
too late. Too
Nope.
late.
Nope.
You've been here 25 years, man. What do you mean you're not the old guy? Come on.
The old guy.
No.
No.
Do I know anybody else? Oh, Jeff Atkins, our mutual, but
Jeff.
he's old-ish. Never mind. Not really.
Oh.
Dennis Simpson, Hot Springs Village Venue, Mr. Jason Kern, my guest today. And his lovely wife, Jennifer, couldn't be with us today. I wish she could. But we are just outside the location of the brand new Domino's, hopefully later this year.
Yeah. We'll have you with groundbreaking.
Hey, ooh, yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah.
501-617-9747. Whether you're buying, selling, or just considering. Oh, we don't need a realtor yet. Yes, you do. Don't delay. Call Janae. 501-617-9747.
Hot Springs Village Venues is brought to you by KVRE at 92.9 and streaming worldwide on iHeartRadio. KVRE is your family-owned local hometown radio station, so be sure and tune in for live local programming, news, sports, and information every day at 92.9. HSV Radio. HSV Radio is heard every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. or streaming on any of the major platforms. Hot Springs Village Radio is an eclectic mix of music, motivation, great music history, and Saturday morning fun. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 a.m., 92.9. And brought to you by the Hot Springs Village Voice, Hot Springs Village only newspaper, also serving all of Saline and Garland County. Your local newspaper for local events. No one else has more local news than the Hot Springs Village Voice about the Hot Springs Village area. Sign up today at hsvvoice.com or call 501-623-6397. Again, that's 501-623-6397. Located at 3576 North Highway 7 in Hot Springs Village, Arkansas, just in front of Walmart. Brought to you by Gotta Go Vacations. www.gottagovacations.com. Troy Woods and Patrick Cunningham at 501-204-4805 can help you with any of your travel needs. Patrick and Troy have been airline stewards for decades, and their experience and their travel can serve you well. GottaGoVacations.com, again, that's GottaGoVacations.com, can help you book the perfect tour for you. Whether it's a riverboat cruise up the Mississippi or the Rhine, these guys are who you need to call. 501-204-4805. Troy or Patrick, 501-204-4805. GottaGoVacations.com. D&D Village Properties. Hot Springs Village only short-term rental with over 2,100 five-star reviews. All properties are lakefront. They include complimentary kayaks, hot tub, pet-friendly, and a stunning view of the lake. Visit DD Village Prop today for your vacation getaway.